Hello, stampers and crafters. Welcome to my YouTube Live. My name is Sarah McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today is our January card class, my free card class that you can get free with a $50 purchase in my online store. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit so that you can see everything, adjust what's on my desk. We're going to be using the Fabulous Saying stamp set, which this is the product of the month for January. Stampin' Up! Has this new thing. They're called Products of the Month. This is only the second one. Their first one was in December, and it was a pack of Designer Series paper, which I don't even know if it's still available. I didn't look. But this is January's, and I love good sentiments, and these are good. So this is only $5 with a $75 Stampin' Up! Purchase. So it's a really good bang for your buck because this is easily like a $15 to $20 stamp set all by itself. So I'm going to be showing you 4 cards today. The samples I have, I didn't use this because I didn't have it yet. But now that I have it, I want to use it because there's so many different cool stamp sets in there. I'm going to make sure. Okay. Just want to make sure you can hear me. If you're watching live, please say hello. I love seeing your comments. If you're watching the replay, say hello. I love responding to you. If you have any questions, feel free to add them into the chat, or you can email me at sarah@sassypapercrafts.com, and I will be happy to answer your questions and talk with you. I'm trying to find my chat here. Sorry, and then we'll get into making our first card once I find where YouTube moved my live chat. There it is, found it. I love when they move things. Don't you love when they move things? Okay, so the first card is this sunflower card, and I absolutely love it. When you place a $50 order in my online store, or you can purchase the kit separately on my website for $30. All the links are in the description of this video. When you do that, you'll get all the supplies that I use to make these cards, minus like the stamps and the inks, the adhesives. You'll get the cardstock cut, the embossed panel, the layers, all the things to put this card together yourself. So this one is actually pretty easy. We're going to be using the Fabulous Saying stamp set, and I've already embossed my panel with the sunflower embossing folder, which is here. And now we're going to just color it. So to color it, this is one of my favorite easy coloring techniques. We're going to be using these sponge daubers, which I love because they're really easy to use. So I'm going to grab my inks here. We're going to use 3 of them: Early Espresso, Crushed Curry, and Old Olive. Let me move that out of the way. And then our sample card can just sit here for a moment. And so like I said, when you place that $50 order or purchase the kit separately on my website, you'll get all the supplies to make all 4 cards that we're making here today. So first, I'm going to get the Old Olive out. We're going to do that one first. And I just want to do the leaves. So I don't do a sponge dauber for every color, but I do them for every type of color. So I have like a greens, a blue, and I'll show you my drawer. I have a little drawer here. So say I have pinks, purple, blue. I have a couple blues. But they come in 5 packs. So I purchase a couple packs, and then I just have one for pretty much every type of color. So I'm going to ink up the Old Olive, and then I'm just going to find the leaves. Now, if you wanted to do your sunflowers first to make it easier to find the leaves, that's fine. I found when I did that, I accidentally colored the leaves yellow. So I just wanted to do starting in the middle and going out, because it just kind of concentrates that color, the darker parts, to the middle. So that's just what I'm doing, and I'm just going in a little bit of a circular motion. They fit right on your finger. And try it. There's a little bit of a leaf there. And if you miss one or something, it's fine. Like, nobody knows what it's supposed to look like, right? There's no right or wrong way. So I think that is all for Old Olive. Now I'm going to use Early Espresso. I was kind of like, in this technique, doing the darker colors first. And for the Early Espresso, we're just doing the middle part of the sunflower. I felt like black was too bold. I really wanted this to be subtle, and I felt like I tried it in black and just it took away from the sunflower. I'm just gonna flick some of that, like some of these, I don't want to get too much on the leaves. But if you do, like if you look at the sample, I got it on the leaves, it's fine. This is supposed to be a nice, relaxing, you know, fun hobby. Bring a little joy into the world. I'm just going to get down here because there's a little bit of the middle right there. And now we can go in with the crushed curry, which is a color I'm not the biggest fan of. I honestly don't use it very often, but it's absolutely perfect for sunflowers. It's the most sunflower yellow I've ever seen. And again, I'm starting kind of in the center of that sunflower and spreading the ink out because I want most of that color to be concentrated on the center of the petals. And this doesn't take a super long time. I'm kind of going fast at it, but you can definitely slow down and make this take a little longer if you'd like. And then for like the background part, I didn't color that in. I mean, if I got color on it, that's fine, but I didn't deliberately color it in. I just kind of liked that white background. I'm talking about like the not embossed parts there. Sometimes turning it helps a little bit. And I'm just going over, blending where that some of that green is, some of the early espresso. There, I really like how that looks. So now we can put our layer, oh, let's stamp our sentiment. So from the Fabulous Saying stamp set, I grabbed the To a Fabulous Friend. And I just have a strip here of the basic white. And when you get the clash, you'll also get a PDF that tells you all the measurements. So you can cut your own cardstock and everything and remake this card again and again. So ink that up in the early espresso. And then clean off my stamp. I think my sentiment panel is a tiny bit crooked. It's fine though. I think it's fine. I really didn't want to use any of the ginormous stamps here because I wanted the sunflowers to really shine. So I'm going to grab some mini dimensionals, pop them on the back. I think 3 should probably do it. I also didn't use any bling on this card. You definitely could. I just really liked the sunflowers and wanted those to stand out. So I'm going to grab some seal, just run it along the back there. And then this is the inside of the card because we're using early espresso cardstock, which you'll also get in your kit. And then we can put on our front panel. And if your card kind of pops up like that, you could always take a bone folder and just burnish that edge like that. So this is card number 1. Stay tuned. Let me move my stuff out of the way and we'll get ready for card number 2. On this month's class, fun fact, every card we're doing today actually uses an embossing folder. I don't think I need early espresso anymore, so I'm just going to put that away. If I need it again, I'll grab it. But so card number 2 is actually kind of a Valentine's card. I'll show it while I get my supplies out. It uses Valentine's paper, the Made with Love designer series paper, but just says love you lots. So I wanted to do a nice little Valentine-y saying. So for the sentiment here, there is a sending love. And you get that out. And that's the stamp I'm going to use from the Fabulous Saying stamp set. We'll just put it on our H block that I just used. And then I'm going to need to cut a piece for the sentiment here. So in your kit, you will get pieces that match. They're cut for the Fabulous Saying stamp set. So what I like to do, I shouldn't put this on yet. When I'm doing sentiments and cutting the paper, I like to just use my grid paper. So for this one, I like to go 1/4 inch bigger so there's just room. So I'm going to go 1 1/4 by 3 1/2 for the basic white. I don't have a basic white out right now, so I need to grab one. I said 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. We'll do 3 1/2 first, and then 1 1/4. And that should be big enough to fit our stamp. Now I can put this on. You can double check too. That's how it will sit. Put it on. And then grab Strawberry Slush. Let's do our stamping on this one first. Looks good to me. Clean off my stamp. And then for this card, I used the new, what's it called? Let me show you, the Lovely Stripes embossing folder. So that's what this part is. And you can't really see it too much on our sample card, but I do like how subtle that background is. And that, I think, comes with the new Lovely Arrangements suite, which I really like. We're going to be using on another one of these cards. So that's our inside panel. Let's get our paper strips together. Again, when you get the class kit, you will get a PDF that tells you all the measurements. So that way you can recreate this card. I'm going to use liquid glue for this only due to the fact that it gives you a little bit of time. So I think I'm going to put this one down first. Sometimes I have a hard time with these little strip pieces only because I get them crooked. I'm just going to go from left to right, and hopefully they're even and equal and it looks good. See, it went over a little too far. So what you can do is do the ends first, and then I gotta don't rip it, pull up the middle part and try that again. Like that. And don't worry, we are using ribbon. So if you do mess up, the ribbon kind of hides it. So I'm going to put my Stampin' Seal on the back of this because this is my little ribbon trick. I like to take and stick that to the seal and just wrap it around. Then we'll take our embossed panel and set that right on top. And then for the sending love, I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Oh, I'm going to hide that ribbon completely if I do that. We might be able to just trim a little bit of this sentiment. I don't want to hide the ribbon. cut about 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. I'm going to cut the words if I do that. Let's see. And another 1/8 of an inch off the top. You could also, I've seen people do this, but I'm not very good at it, cut the sentiment in like an outline. I've seen lots of people do that. I've tried it. I'm not great at it, so I don't want to try it live on camera today. But you definitely could just cut out the outline of that. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of place it like that. I'm going to put my dimensionals on first. Doing some live problem solving today. And so yeah, I'll just do that. Then you can still see that ribbon. I'm going to use liquid glue for this panel because this is a very intricate embossed piece. So when you use the seal, sometimes it rips it, and I don't want it to get too thin because it's what's holding everything together. So set that on there, and then we will use the seal for our inside panel. And then this one is just, it's a top fold. I like both the folds. Some people have apparently very serious opinions on which fold is better. So there's like the book fold like this, and then there's the top fold. I like both of them. Tell me in the comments which one you prefer, because I really don't mind either. I like both. And this is our second card, so let's get everything ready now for card number 3, which is this one. We're going to be doing a little extra stamping here. Move these out of the way. I'm going to be doing a little bit of extra stamping. And then I am again going to switch up my sentiment. So let's see, which one do we want to use for this card? Do I just like, there's a hello. Yeah, let's just do hello. Let's see what size I need for that. We'll go, how about 1 3/8 by 1? Grab my paper trimmer. So 1/8, 3/8 by 1 inch. And that should be big enough for our sentiment. Put that on a C block here. Speaking of C, the color we're using today is Secret Sea and Old Olive for card number 3. So let's do our stamping first. Again, this is what you get in your kit. You're going to get a strip for stamping, and then a strip that's embossed, and a strip for, I don't need the second one now because I'm not die cutting. I didn't know if this stamp set was going to arrive in time, and it kind of didn't. I already put all the cards together, and then it just arrived yesterday. So then I decided, you know what, I'm going to use it because I really like it. I'm going to keep that out. And then I need the Lovely Arrangements stamp set and dies. So this is the one we're using for this. I'm just going to be using the flower. That's where the original Hello Friend came from. So I'm using the flower and the leaves. And also the background on this is the beautiful pattern embossing folder, which I don't know if it was this one that came with the, maybe it was this one that came with the Sweet Not Lovely Stripes. I know Lovely Stripe, or the Lovely Arrangements, comes with Lovely Stripes. Makes more sense because it's lovely. I don't know. One of them comes in the suite along with the Designer Series paper we're using. I get out my stamp, and some people are having a hard time storing their stamps. This is just how I store mine. I make sure the stamp side is sticking up. Otherwise, it'll stick to this paper sometimes and it can rip. My computer froze, looks like. Hopefully I am still live. I think I think I am. I'm gonna grab my scrap paper here, ink up 3 flowers in Secrecy. Oh, I might need that other piece yet for the leaves. I'm gonna do 3 flowers in Secrecy and 3 leaves in Old Olive. Now what happened here? My computer completely froze up. Hopefully I'm still live and you're still seeing me. Old Olive. Oh, it's right there in front of my face. My goodness. What am I looking for? Gonna move that to the side. Let's ink up the leaves. I think I need to re-ink my Old Olive. Okay for now, but I think I need to re-ink it. I actually kind of like when it's a little bit faded. There, so 3 leaves, 3 flowers. Clean off my stamps, and then I'll get out my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to die cut our pieces. I like to put my stamps away when I'm done with them, otherwise I lose them. I've only lost a stamp one time, but it was enough for me to go, okay, I'm gonna put it away. So those are done. Let's grab out our dies. So this is the lovely arrangement die set. So cute. There's our flower and our leaves. There's the oval from this sample piece. And grab my mini machine. We'll go this way. And put our number 1 platform, a cutting plate, then we can put down our pieces. I'm going to have to do this 6 times. Bear with me. If you're watching the replay, feel free to fast forward. Shouldn't take too long though. There's 1. 2. Well, and the 3rd one wants to give me problems. If you do have problems getting everything to stay straight and on, then you can always take a piece of like Scotch tape, or I like washi tape because it tends to not pull the paper up. Scotch tape can sometimes stick too hard. Masking tape works really well. Painter's tape. There's our 3 leaves. Now I'm gonna put my die away. We'll do our flowers. You can color the flowers too. If you get the sponge daubers, I thought putting a little bit of petal pink in the middle would be cute. I didn't do that though. And just kind of line up the flower. I found it easiest to find that little notch. Looks kind of like a V. And then find that on the flower. And that's how I was lining everything up. Run this through 3 times. Kind of bummed that my computer froze up because now I can't see anything. Comments or anything. And it still looks like I'm live, so that's good because I'm going to be kind of upset. I get done with all this and turns out nothing recorded. That has happened to me before, so I'm not being paranoid. It's actually happened. Oh, I'm lining up the wrong little notch. Okay. I don't know why this one's giving me such trouble. One more flower. So this big notch here, the big notch there. There's a little one up top that I'm just now noticing, but it's this larger one that you're lining up. And that is all of our die cutting. I'm going to put my machine away. And I just realized too, I forgot to add embellishments to our second card. We'll do that when we add embellishments to this one. Let's get this one put together. So again, for this one, I did use the Beautiful Layers embossing folder. So I have that here. And what I did was I just cut a strip of the Designer Series paper. It's just as long as this and only about like an inch and a half, inch and a quarter wide. Again, when you place an order in my online store now through February 6th, you will get the PDF and the card kit so you can make all 4 of the cards we're making today. So you can redo it with different paper if you'd like, however you'd like to do it. So I'm going to put, I need to put my ribbon on first. Using the textured ribbon, it's in Cloud Cover. This is also a part of that suite. I just kind of eyeball it and then take my scissors, cut. Not any fancy ribbon work on any of these cards today, which I don't normally do fancy ribbon work anyways, because I'm not great at that. And I am going to try the seal just very gently. Sometimes this embossed paper will rip when you try to use seal on it. But if you're gentle, I find that it works. I'm going to do the same thing, wrap that around, and then grab our card base. And then now we can add our flowers and our leaves. So what I did was I took all 3 flowers and just kind of looked at them, flipped them over how I wanted them to go. Like that. And then put a little bit of seal so that I can put the leaves. Like that. And some of them stick out really far, and then the other ones I just kind of put in a little bit. And then now we can add our dimensionals. Probably 2 per flower. And then I just kind of put them along the side here. I don't want that sticking out. I thought about maybe flipping it over and seeing, but I didn't want the leaves hanging off the edge. And then grab a dimensional for the hello. And pop that right there. And then for embellishments for this card, I used the Moody Palette Glossy Dots, which also are part of the suite. This is the whole lovely arrangement suite. And grab my take your pick tool. I did use Secret Seat. You could really use any of them. They're all, I'm going to go with Old Olive, I think, for this one. Really, you can use any of them. Up there. And then while I'm at it, let's grab the I used the Sparkle Dot Essentials for card number 2 in Pretty and Pink. I could get it. Sometimes these stick really good. All right, we'll use that one. And go. Oh man, I like lost it. I mean, I see it, but it's like stuck to my desk. All right, we'll throw that one there. Because I used that here on, oh no, maybe I didn't. I used different ones. This is the Strawberry Slush and Clear and Pretty and Pink. But still, they're very pretty, these Sparkle Dot Essentials. I like them. So I used them for that card. And then this is card number 3 with the Moody Palette Dots. So let me clean up a little bit, get this stuff out of my way, and then we will work on our 4th and final card, which I think you're going to enjoy. Let's move these out of the way. I'll give you a peek at that 4th card. This is my favorite color, or some of my favorite colors. And we're using vellum, which I also love, which will be included in your kit. I think I need that out. The only ink we're using for this is Highland Heather, which is my favorite Stampin' Up color. You could use Gorgeous Grape too. It's darker. So if you wanted a darker purple, you definitely could use Gorgeous Grape. Let's see. I did Happy Birthday. I think I'm going to do Happy Birthday again. There is a Happy Birthday in this set. And I think that would look good across the top there. So let's see what size we need. I think I'm going to do it 1 1/4 by, let's say, 4. Grab some basic white. We'll do our 4 first. And then let's turn that and go 1 1/4. Yeah, that should fit. And it's going to stick off the vellum a little bit, but I actually think I like it. So we're going to go with that. And I need my H block back. So let's start with our stamping. For this one, I used the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. I just love these folders. I'll show you them all again. I love embossing folders. They add such nice texture without too much work, you know. I'm putting stuff away really quick because it's bothering me. I have so much stuff out right now. So Highland Heather, here we go. Open that up. I think I need to re-ink this one too. Sometimes with these bigger stamps, it works better to do that instead of just trying to ink it. That might be too light. Let's see. Because I think I do need to re-ink that. It's a little bit light. I don't mind it. If you don't like that, I would definitely go Gorgeous Grape. And so for vellum is really cool, but it's see-through. So you don't want to put any adhesive or anything because you'll be able to see it. And this is the, what's it called? Then write down the name of this paper. Oh, here it is. The Splash of Sparkles Designer Series paper. This is the bigger piece of this. It's really pretty. So there's like pretty foil in all of the pieces. So this one I did a reel on the other day that's got gold in it. Here's some more of it. I overlooked this in my pre-order, so I don't have the full pack of it. This is a product share from my upline that I do. But man, is this paper pretty, and I need to get the full pack of it. So I'm just gonna put the seal on here, and this is just as wide as the vellum. So I'm just going to line it up, and then to put it on our embossed panel, I'm going to flip it over and do this. And because I know I'm going to put that about there, I could probably put a little bit here. For this one, it was much smaller of a room that I had, so I didn't put any on the back, so it just kind of pops up. And I ended up sliding a glue dot back there, but you see how that shows through? So I definitely have to put that there to hide it. I got something on it, but that's okay. Do 3 dimensionals. Make sure I'm hiding that piece. And let's put down our inside panel. And this is Fresh Freesia, which is another one of my favorites. I love all the the purples and the pinks. I debated on using Bubble Bath for this. I'm going to use liquid glue because this one definitely will tear. This is one of those super detailed folders, and I kind of use a lot just because it gets in those little nooks and crannies, and I want it to really stick. I debated on what embellishment to use because I really liked the purple sequins, the purple sparkles, but I think I decided that I really also liked the Moody palette dots for this, the white ones. I don't know, it seemed classy to me. No, I put a inside piece. Did I not put that in the card? I didn't. We didn't add our inside panel to card number 3. There. So let's add our Moody palette dots again. I like how they look on the vellum too. Oops, that's a piece of the putty. I'm having a problem with these dots today. Put one there. We'll put our last one there. So I really like how these cards turned out. If you liked them too and would like the card class kit and the PDF that goes with it, you get all the supplies to make all 4 cards when we bring all 4 cards back in. You can order in my online store from starting today through February 6th. And every order over $50 from today through February 6th will get the card class kit for free. Or if you just like to purchase the kit itself, it is on sassypapercrafts.com under classes, or you can click the link in the description of this video. Here are all 4 cards. Tell me which one is your favorite. I think card number 1 is the favorite for me. Between card 1 and 3, I do love the color. I don't know. I love them all. Tell me which one is your favorite. And again, you have a week to order in my online store to get this kit sent to you. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.